Welcome again to this broadcast. Today, again, we want to discuss a very important topic that will be of tremendous value to life. Today, the topic we are going to discuss is understanding purpose. How do we understand our purpose in life? How do we get to know our purpose in life? What is God's assignment for our lives? And how do we discern that assignment that God has committed into our hands? Purpose is not a personal ambition. Purpose is a vision from God. Purpose is a vision from God. Purpose is not a personal ambition. Ambition is personal, but purpose is eternal. Every purpose from God is designed to fulfill the eternal purpose of God. So purpose is not a personal ambition. It's not something that is personal. It's not something that is temporal. Purpose is eternal. Purpose is how God wants to use you to improve the lives of people. Purpose is how God wants to use you to improve the lives of the people around you and to improve the world around you. Purpose is not what you want to do for God. Purpose is what God wants to do through you. It is not what we want to do for God. Purpose is what God wants to do, and He has chosen to use us to accomplish that purpose. Then it's the purpose of God. And so we should not look down on ourselves and think, what can God use me to do? Never underestimate what God can do through you. God can use you to change the course of your generation. God can use you to change the destiny of your family. God can use you to create a new path for people to identify their assignment in life. Every purpose from God is redemptive in perspective. Every purpose from God is redemptive in character. It is always God's plan to direct and redirect the destinies of men. God is involved in the business of giving men and women direction. God is displeased when people are confused in life. God is not happy when people do not understand the essence of their lives. So every purpose from God is designed to give direction to life. Every purpose from God is designed to redirect men who have gone on the wrong paths in life. So purpose from God is redemptive in perspective. Purpose from God is redemptive in character. Success in life is measured by one's ability to dedicate himself or herself to purpose in life. Life is not reckoned by duration. Life is reckoned by dedication to purpose. You don't assume a man has made it in life without finding out whether the man has been living and doing what God has created him or her to do. It is possible to presume that we are living right, whereas we are living outside the purpose of God for our lives. Everything rises and falls on dedication or non-dedication to purpose. Accumulation of age without dedication to purpose is derailed destiny. Many people only spend years on earth accumulating age without giving attention to the reason for their existence, without considering for any time in life why has God created them. So it is not just in how many years we have lived on earth, it's in how much time have we dedicated within that age bracket to our God's given purpose in life. So success in life is predicated on our ability to fulfill our purpose in life. It is not based on the length of days spent on the earth. We are still discussing understanding purpose in life. How do I understand my purpose in life? So many persons have said that your purpose is not far from your passion. Some people have the view that passion is a definition of purpose. But my humble view is that passion is not conclusive proof of purpose. The fact that you are passionate about something is not a conclusion that it is God's purpose for your life. Passion could be a pointer to your purpose, but passion is not conclusion on purpose. Passion is a pointer, but it must go ahead to understand that passion must be passion towards something that is redemptive in perspective. If that passion is not towards the fulfillment of God's superior redemptive purpose towards men, then it is doubtful whether it is God's purpose for your life. Remember, I submitted earlier that every purpose from God is redemptive in character. It is towards giving direction to the destinies of men. It must be towards the redirection of the destinies of men. It must be to give men and women around you direction in life, back to God, and to improve the lives of people around you. So passion is not conclusion on purpose. You may have passion for sports. You may have passion for fashion. You may have passion for one thing or the other. But the underlying factor that confirms whether it is God's purpose or not is whether that passion is moving towards the direction of redeeming men back to God and redeeming men back to the path of destiny, back to fulfilling their assignments in life. Then it is conclusion on purpose. So the fact that you love to do something is not a conclusion that it is God's purpose for your life. It must be redemptive in character. One sure proof of purpose is what I call the weight of the burden of purpose. There is a burden in every human spirit for a change around him or her. There is a burden in your spirit. If you check your life, there is a burden within you to improve one thing or the other. That burden is not ordinary. That burden is critical, and you must give attention to that burden. Understand what that burden is all about. The burden in your spirit is a pointer to your purpose in life. The burden of destiny will draw you to where you belong. The burden of destiny will help you to understand who you should be close to and who you should distance yourself from. The burden of purpose will help you to know who you should share proximity with and whom you should exit his or her presence. The burden in your spirit that makes you cry is a revelation of what God wants you to correct. There is something that when I remember it, you cry in your closet. The greatest return on purpose is fulfillment in your spirit. The reward of purpose is that you have fulfillment in your spirit. What purpose pays us is not money. The return on purpose is not money, but fulfillment in our spirit. You will have peace when you are busy doing what God created you to do. When you connect with your place in life, your place of purpose, you will have peace like a river full of glory. You will have peace in your spirit. You will have joy in your heart. You have fulfillment in your spirit. You will know you are where you belong. That is fulfillment. That is the greatest return on purpose. It is not about money. It's not about material resources. Though over time, purpose has the capacity to attract material resources, financial resources. But the first primary return on purpose is fulfillment in your spirit, fulfillment in your heart, peace in your spirit. Purpose makes life fulfilling. Purposeful living makes life meaningful. Life is meaningful when we are busy doing what God created us to do. Life gains relevance. We'll discover the essence of life when we are doing what we are created to do. Depression and frustration sets in the hearts of those who are not doing what God created them to do. So if you find yourself often getting depressed, if you find yourself always getting frustrated by the day for no good reason, you see depression setting, you see frustration setting, go back and interrogate yourself. Have I discovered my purpose in life? Am I doing what God created me to do? The greatest antidote to depression and frustration is that we are doing what God created us to do by day. So it's very important that for us to find meaning and direction, fulfillment and joy, peace in our spirit, and eternal reward from God, we must ensure that we are doing what God has created us to do. Money should not be the consideration. If money is the primary consideration, then it is doubtful whether it is God's purpose for our lives. Job can pay you salary, but job may not give you fulfillment. There are many people who go to work every day. They have jobs they do every day, but within their spirit, they are not fulfilled. They only attend to that job because of the pay packet. They only go to their place of work because they are paid salary and they need that money to sustain themselves. Good as it is. But if you don't find fulfillment in that place is not your place of purpose. You must also go extra mile. On the part of purpose, we often meet contradictory intersections. We often meet situations that appear contradictory when we are on the path of purpose. When you meet a storm on your path to purpose, it is not proof that you are outside the will of God. A storm may not mean that God is not with you. A storm actually may mean a confirmation that you are on the path of purpose. Because when purpose is revealed, opposition usually arises. When purpose is revealed, opposition arises sometimes from all sides. We often meet opposition on the path of purpose from least expected quarters. We often encounter people who are adversarial to our move in life. When we are on the path of purpose, sometimes from people we least expected, from people who are very close to us. We should not get discouraged when we begin to meet opposition on the path of purpose. In fact, somebody has said that when you are pursuing a divine assignment, it is normal for the enemy to attempt to stop you. Do not quit your purpose because of opposition. Do not get back on the path of purpose because of adversarial contention. Stay resolute. Stay committed, stay dedicated on the path of purpose for as long as you are sure that you are walking in line with God's purpose for your life. Do not get discouraged. Make sure you are walking on that path of purpose, which is towards giving direction to the lives of men, which is towards the redirection of the lives of men, which is towards the redemption of the destinies of men and women around you. Purpose is the essence of life. So we must make it our point of duty to interrogate ourselves, to audit our lives. Am I living in line with God's purpose for my life? Or am I on a frolic of my own? Or am I going on a path which is antithetical or in opposition to God's purpose for our lives?
I hope this has blessed you and there are more videos in stock. Click on the subscription button, drop a comment below if you were blessed by this. Also, don't forget to follow the Amrich Leadership Center on all their platforms, on Facebook, YouTube, also on Instagram. And I'm sure that you will get lots of resource materials to help you grow and to become who you want to be. Thank you very much, and bye-bye.